So you are considering to buy a smart light wall like I have here. This one is from Nanoleaf, Hexagons, Ultra Black Limited Edition, but you don't know which one to buy. Should I buy this one or should I buy the Elements that I have also from Nanoleaf? Since I have already reviewed this one, and this one is basically a copy of this, I'm going to compare the two and tell you which one is my favorite. So if you want to know that and much more, stay tuned until the end of the video. Hi everyone, Marcos here from madpack, and if you love tech, this is definitely the place for you. And today we are going to talk about one of my favorite brands. Here is just few products that I have in my house and is my favorite brand when we talk about smart lights, because I can connect to my iPhone and they are so powerful, and the designs that you can do with colors, I think for me they are still top of the range. But you may consider which one should you go. Should I go to the Nanoleaf Woods Elements, or should I go to this one that is the Ultra Black Limited Edition? Which hexagons are better? And I have to say that is a bit complicated to give you that answer, but let's dive in on these two new products from Nanoleaf. So when we talk about the Elements, that I have done the full review and I show you very close this product. So if you want to go a little bit more in depth between these two products, if you see the review of this, you are basically seeing the review of the Hexagons Black Edition. But when we talk about this one have this little texture, so it gives that feeling of a wood when it's turned off, and this one will give you more futuristic and modern feeling that the wood will not give to you. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is the woods gives you that like nature element that obviously this one doesn't deliver to you. This one is going to give you more stylish, it's going to give you a lot of colors, but for example the wood will only give that sensation of a warm light or like a colder color, because in that case you can just choose a more yellow look or a more white look with these ones. When we look to them, you'll be able to customize in the shape that you want, and if you have seen the one that I have installed on my room, it looks completely different, but you'll be able to customize in the way that you prefer. So talking about myself, I have the wood Elements installed on my bedroom because when I look to my bed, it's a place where it's to sleep, be with my wife, to read a book. Is a more relaxing place where I don't want any vibes from city. I want to really be connected to my partner and to the nature, to animals, and so on and so on. I like to have the sound of rain on the background when I'm going to sleep. So I want that type of vibe when I'm in there. But when I'm in my living room, that's completely different. It's a place where I bring my friends. I want a lot of color, a lot of life. And in that way, I'll be able to customize this depending on the mood and depending on the situation that I need. As I show on the full review of the wood Elements, you'll be able to change this by just touching them. So like the one that is now is the breakfast. So I want colors that are a little bit more vivid and more like yellow and red tones just to simulate the sun. This one is basically the one that I use when I'm seeing some films with my wife. When I'm seeing football, it's green. And by the way, if you are a Manchester United fan, you have a great coach, because yeah, he was the coach of my team, Sporting Lisbon. Oh, I miss so much Ruben Amorim. But yeah, that's not part of this video. Another one, if I'm with friends, I need much more light, or if I'm cleaning the house, I need much more light. So you can basically touch and do a different vibe and changing the needs that you have. And if I just do one click in there, I basically change to dinner with my wife. I need a bit of color, I need a bit of light, but not as much as if I have loads of friends around. So you can do exactly the same in here, but I find this one is a bit more customizable because when you go here, you don't have colors, but here you have. So that's a big plus that you have with the Nanoleaf Ultra Black Hexagons Limited Edition. An advantage that you have with the wood one is the fact that the controls are much more visible than the black, because the black, it's black and you basically don't see anything. But the Ultra Black Hexagons, they have a big downside compared to the wood ones, and that downside is related with this little cage that I have in here. That is not so little because they are 3 cages connected to each other. So in other words, I have here my rabbits, and if you have rabbits, you know that the hay normally brings a lot of dust, and since my hexagons are basically on top of them, the dust of the hay goes to the hexagons and is quite visible when they are turned off. So definitely something that I don't like so much. When we look to the wood one, this texture, it makes a little bit more dust proof if you want, and because obviously the color is much lighter, you don't see anything. So now that we are reaching the end, which one should I purchase? The Element Woods, or should I purchase the Ultra Black Hexagons limited edition from Nanoleaf? And I have to say to you guys that it depends on few things, and few things that I didn't cover yet. So one of them is obviously, like I said before, if it's a very minimalist look that you want for your house, you love like a fireplace, definitely the wood will be the best one for you, because it's much more minimalist. You just have basically two tones that you can choose from. That's something that I don't like so much when you have to select on the app. It doesn't shows you options just with those two tones, so you have to basically try and see if it works well, the purple ones with this one, because in the end of the day, there is no profiles done exactly for your element wood, so definitely a disadvantage of this one. But when we look to the black hexagons, there is a lot of options, a lot of vibes that you can create, and that is one thing that is super important. So if you see a lot of films, a lot of TV shows, or even you play a lot of games in that room, you definitely want this one, because this one will extend the color palette that happens on your TV. So if you have the 4D from Nanoleaf connected to your TV with a camera, you will have a very in-depth experience when we talk about colors and sensations that happens on that room. Something that will not happen with this one. This one you'll continue to have all the controls like I showed to you guys, but it will not give you that vibe. So definitely, if it's that what you are searching, the Nanoleaf wood is definitely not for you, and you should purchase the Ultra Black Hexagons from Nanoleaf. Next week we'll be basically unveiling a new product from Nanoleaf, the Nanoleaf blocks. And by the way, if you don't know, there is the Black Friday from Nanoleaf that is starting from the 3rd of December, where you can get even better prices from these products or other products like this one that I have here, the Skyline, that I also have review on the channel. So feel free to check those videos and to use the links on the description below where you can purchase them cheaper. My name is Marco, this is Madpack. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment below, smash the thumbs up, do whatever you want, but always with a smile on your face. And I hope to see you next week to talk about the Nanoleaf blocks. That is one of their new products, and definitely there is another product from them that I will bring it on the beginning of the year. So definitely stick around, because it's something that you don't want to miss.